refused to allow an Israeli professor, just because he's Israeli, to teach a course. And they got expelled, but this guy and others then objected to their expulsion. They deserve to be expelled. You can't break into classrooms. I taught for 50 years at Harvard. I don't want students breaking into my classroom, telling me what I can teach, what I can't teach. That's freedom of speech. That's academic freedom. And yet people are concerned only about the freedom of speech of this thug, Khalil, rather than the freedom of speech of Jewish students who he opposes.
Yeah, was this guy a student? He's a student. What is this guy got a job? He's 31 years old.
No, he's not a student. He's 30 years old. He finished his school. I don't think he's gotten his degree. He came here to make trouble. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And you know, as I think the administration says, if you come to America to study, fine. If you come to America just to make trouble, all right, then we're going to look hard at your status. Now, he is a green card holder, which means he can't simply be deported the way a visa holder can be deported. There has to be due process, and there will be due process, and there are certain criteria. For example, if he lied on his application, for example, if he was asked, do you support violence? And he said no, and there's evidence, if there is, that he supports Hamas, then he's out of here, because then he got his green card by fraud. And there are other criteria as well. That's going through a legal process. What concerns me is how these people are making heroes out of them. At Harvard, there was a big demonstration. You know, when the Nazis marched through Skokie, nobody demonstrated in their favor. Yeah, they brought cases in court and said, well, you know, people have the right to be Nazis. All right, that's one thing, but nobody demonstrates. But at Harvard, there are demonstrations, and at other schools, demonstrations, making this guy into a hero. He's not a hero any more than the people who went into the Trump house yesterday and objected. They call themselves the Jewish Voice for Peace. They're not Jewish. They're anti-Jewish. They adopted the name Jewish in order to fool CNN, and it works. They say, oh, my God, look, we're interviewing a Jewish member of Jewish Voice for Peace who